In question 6, you've been given information about 1,000 patients in 4 hospital wards, and you're trying to establish whether the chance of the patient becoming infected during a stay is independent of the ward. So you've been given this data here, and essentially, hopefully you can recognise that you're going to have to use the chi-squared test to investigate whether we can accept the null hypothesis or not. This question pretty much is just getting you to test your calculator skills, and in particular using the chi-squared function on it. So we'll have a look in a bit of detail here how to do this. So first of all, we've got this information here. How do we go about actually getting it into the calculator? So first thing you're going to do then is press second function and then matrix, and that'll take you to a screen like this. You then want to go across to this tab here, edit, and you're going to put in here a matrix 2 by 4. Now the 2 tell us that the first number here tells us the number of rows, and the second number tells us the number of columns. So we've got 2 rows and 4 columns, so we're going to put this in here, and this will then generate an empty table like this. You're then going to go in and enter in each of the values like this, and press enter. And then for B as well, matrix B, you're going to make sure you've got 2 by 4, press enter, and the calculator will do those horribly complicated expected frequency tables for B, and you can then actually get the calculator to do the number crunching for you. So once you've entered this in, you're going to press stats here, and that's going to take you to this screen. Again, we're going to go across until we get to tests here, and we're going to either scroll down or press C to get the chi-squared test. Once we've got that, we're going to press enter, and we can see that on this results screen, the value of chi-squared is 8.21. So in the question, we've been provided with a critical value of 7.815. So if we are looking at the chi-squared value, we've got 7.815, we've got the chi-squared value we've generated is 8.21. So because 8.21 is greater than 7.815, which is the critical value, we can reject the null hypothesis that becoming infected during a stay in hospital is independent of the ward. The other way of doing it is actually to look at the p-value. Now, just to confuse things, the p-value, the way we make decisions is the other way around. So the p-value we've generated is 0.04 or 4%, and because that is less than the 5% level of significance, we would also reject the null hypothesis. So the conclusions should always be the same, no matter which method you use. If you're using the chi-squared value and the critical value, you need to make sure your value is greater than the critical value. If you're using the p-values, your value should be less than the p-value. It doesn't matter which one you use, you should be familiar with both of them, but you can use either one. The conclusions, the outcomes, should be the same.